Those miserable fucks! Welcome back, everyone, to Mucky Hope Productions. I'm your host, Mucky Hope, and we're back. We've got the crew back. I feel like it's been bloody forever since I've had these two handsome geezers and roosters. I kind of lost where I was going with it, but I'm so happy, and we are back to talk about the Traitors US Season 4, and I'll start off as always with the very beautiful lady on my right. I believe last time we chatted was maybe like, the Traitors Australia, I think, B. Is that right? The last time we... Wait, no, you forced me to do one US recap.
No, I did.
Right.
I was doing the US recaps, and then for the finale, I had a stomach virus. So
yeah.
I wasn't able to.
But the last time, we properly podcasted together, I feel like
you
it was,
and me.
Amazing
Race.
No, it would have been Traitors Australia.
I'm ruining your intro. Sorry.
No,
exactly.
You really are. I mean, honestly, V, I have to play this just for you now.
They put one in mind. Those miserable fucks.
Damn
Does that
right.
make me the miserable fuck?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, okay.
It's someone who's not a miserable fuck, right? I've said it right from the very start. He's the champion of this channel. Honestly, we made a Sydney Sweeney meme. It was like, you're not actually going to wake up at 5:30 a.m. to do a podcast. And here he is, 6 a.m., rock and rolling just for us. Everyone, please welcome. It's a phenomenal, it's a fantastic Drew.
Woo.
Glad to be back doing another Traitors America recap. I really loved this season so far, despite I guess it's polarizing in some aspects. I'm sure we're going to get to that. But yeah, I've been loving it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd love to hear from both of you, because obviously you guys couldn't make the premiere episode, but overall thoughts on the Traitors US. I'll start with you, V. How are you feeling?
I was always going to enjoy the season because I'm obsessed with Lisa Rinna.
Mm-hmm.
So everything she does is amazing to me. And she's not a good trainer. She's not doing a good job. But yeah, I just adore her. So I'm just having the best time. I'm not having as much fun as she is, but it's amazing.
Yeah. And how about you, Drew? What's sort of been your overall thoughts in the first 5 episodes?
I mean, it was tough seeing Rob Cesternino go, as I'm sure most people kind of agree on. But at the beginning of the season, I was very underwhelmed with who they picked as the Traitors, and I can openly admit that I was dead wrong. I enjoyed all 3 of them in some respect. I really like Alabama Rob. I never saw that coming. He is the exact archetype of player or person that I don't seem to vibe with. But he's really smart. He's funny. Something I know we're jumping ahead a little bit, but him correcting Michael on certain definitions is yeah, I get that. And this guy's smart. That's crazy. He's wearing overalls. So honestly, I think that the way that we leave off after episode 5, I'm kind of scared that some of the air might be sucked out because we lost the villain of the season 5 episodes in. But I have a suspicion that someone else will fill in that role moving forward.
Yeah, and I guess just to hop off you guys, I'm really enjoying this season. I do miss how crazy the Traitors turret was last season, right? Between Rob, Carolyn, Danielle, Bob the drag queen. I feel like every time we came here to chat, we're just like, what the hell? You get what I mean? And this season, I feel like we have less of that, but it's still good. But I feel like it's just not as juicy as what we had last season. And I'd love to hear from you, Drew. For the first time in Traitors US history, we do not have a gamer in the Traitors turret.
Well, yeah, and I feel like because it's now been switched where, as you just said, last season, the turret was very chaotic. This year, they are gelling very well. They all have each other's backs. It wasn't until really the end of this past episode that any of their names have actually come up as a actual option moving forward. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that they will cover each other's asses, going into next week. And because of that, we are getting our chaos elsewhere. We're getting our chaos with the rest of the game. I feel like we don't need chaotic stuff in both areas. We do need something to kind of sit back and just kind of watch. As far as the gamers, I was one of those things where I was like, I was hopeful that at least the secret trader would be one, but because we don't, I'm still fine with it. Like it doesn't bother me like I thought it would. I'm actually enjoying the fact there are no gamers because we're not 5D chessing this whole thing. They're keeping it very simple. Hey, Michael and Ron are our people that everyone's going to go after. And as long as they're here, no one's going to look at us. Now we see Michael is gone, and all of a sudden Lisa's name is being put out. So they've done a really good strategy so far. I'm excited to see what happens next with them.
Yeah, well, Vee, I feel like while it is fun to have the gamers in control, you're playing the 5D chess and stuff. To me, I think one of the best two of the best traders has been Phaedra and Carolyn. Right, just because of who they are as people, the energy they bring. Like, I still think the best quote to ever come from any Traders season, including New Zealand, and you both know how much I adore our own Traders, is from Phaedra when she's attacking Pilot Pete. And she's like, this is the Traders, not the Bachelor, so I don't have to kiss your ass for a rose. Like, just so good. And here we have Candace and Lisa. Lisa, someone who you're a massive fan of, two housewives. And I think they're great. I'm loving what they're bringing to the show.
I think one of the reasons why I do love Traitors UK. They're the two sort of, and New Zealand, but US and UK are kind of the superpowers for me for Traitors. But honestly, what I love about US is that they bring these housewives into it, and that's a franchise that I do follow, that I am a tragic of, and I just think it's, you've got the housewives, you've got the gamers, and then you've got the others. And I just love that dynamic. Yeah. And I just think having two housewives scheming, because they're not shy personalities and apologetic personalities. They're big personalities. So they're not going to go, oh, I mean, the murder of Caroline was particularly brutal, I thought, by Lisa. She did not give a fuck. It was fantastic.
She really did not. And I mean, I guess this just jumps straight into it. So the first murder we have was of Caroline.
Yeah.
She didn't see it coming, especially from two fellow housewives. But Drew, I feel like if you're a housewife, this might be a smart strategy to go for, because everyone knows the housewives always stick together. But if you're slowly picking them off.
Yeah. First of all, now one person left in the season. There were two people in the season who I am convinced, much like CGI Brett and Samoa, don't actually exist. Caroline was one of them, and then Steven is the other, where I just, every time he's on the screen, and I know who, this person has been there the entire time, like, who the hell is this guy? So when they're waiting, and they're like, it's either going to be Caroline or I don't remember who the other person was. I'm like, who? I actually sat there. I'm like, who the hell is Caroline? Like, we've had everyone else here, and then they showed her picture. I'm like, I've never seen that woman before. That's Dorinda, right? It's like, no, that's Caroline. And then they showed her. Strategy wise, you throw everyone off, and they're not. Once again, that's not 5D chess. That's a simple misdirect. Hey, we're gonna kill this person because no one expects the housewives to kill anyone, so it can't be us. I think how many they're down to what? 5 housewives total, 4 maybe.
3
now. Okay, so so maybe you keep that last one around for a little bit so that no
Which
one
would be
looks
Dorinda.
at, So I think it was a smart choice on their end, and I'm hoping that some of the more of the fluff kind of gets taken out, mainly Steven, because even the dude with dreads from Dancing with the Stars, he's starting to get a little bit more, like, every time he talks, I'm like, okay, he has an idea of what's going on. I wish we'd got more time with him. Tara is another one where I know the running gag is she doesn't know anything, but it's like she's still interesting to watch. So get rid of Steven next, and then we'll reconvene next week.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Steven is very similar to Sam with last season, where we only saw screen time of him right before he got murdered. Yeah, see, the fact that you're trying to think who
Yeah.
Sam is exactly proves my point.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Which
and
one was Sam?
I only just found out that Mark is the guy with the long hair. I was like, oh, is that his name? Okay. Like, yeah. But because I was keeping track of who was throwing names at and who was in those conversations. And by the time the round table started on both episodes, I didn't know definitively where Johnny stood, and I didn't know where Steven stood. So I feel like, especially Steven seems to be getting a purple letter, and we don't, even though I'm also a Laguna Beach tragic as well. And so he was like 20 years ago.
My sister was very offended when they keep showing One Tree Hill. She was like,
I know.
Laguna Beach. And I'm like, I
didn't realize he did anything after Laguna Beach. I thought that was, and he went on the hill. They didn't put the hills down. He was on a couple of episodes of the hills. Come on. That, just erasing his legacy.
No.
probably by his choice, I
Yeah.
imagine. Anyway, what was the question?
I don't even know either.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, so we have Money Exchange come up with a great idea that, hey, why don't we question everyone that comes in about what happened during the murder? Because then if someone has a different story, then they're probably one of the traitors, right? And what I found so interesting is that Lisa was over the top, but was at least on point with the story. Ron, however, the story was quite different. Where he's like, there were definitely 3 traitors walking around, but everyone else said that there was 2.
No, I thought Eric said there might have been like 3 or 4, right?
Oh, did Eric say that?
4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Eric said 3 or 4.
I might have missed that part. I'm just like the faithfuls. I'm jumping on Ron.
But
refer to your ancient texts that you have written.
Lisa does say 2 though, and Ron says 3. I think the biggest thing there was, I don't remember who said it, but they're like, did Ron mention an axe? And Ron didn't, and that, like, I was like, once again, it's like, okay, Ron, I want Ron to keep on staying, but every round it's just like, man, he can't get out of this because everything that he says is just looked at as a lie. Even when his story does, all the parts were there with the 3 people that came back, 3 or 4 that came back. But it's still like, oh, the axe doesn't make any sense. It's just like he heard tiny footsteps.
Yeah,
that's something, right?
Well, I mean, I feel like it all comes down to, and I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about this later on. We get between him and Colton, but it's like with Colton, at least what he's doing is he's recruiting the troops before the round table, right? So he's going on, he's make sure everyone's on board with the plan, and then he strikes. But where I think Ron made the mistake is that him and Donna waited till the round table. And we saw this with Boss and Rob as well. He did a great job recruiting people to take out West, but when he went for Bob the drag queen, that was kind of out of left field a wee bit. And while he might have sprinkled some rumors that it could be Bob, I felt like it was kind of a blindside to everyone that he went for Bob, which made him look sus. And I think same thing with Ron. If maybe he chatted about this plan a bit earlier, people might have been more on board with it. But because it was such a blindside and that Porsche ended up being a faithful, I think that's why everyone is still just so gung-ho on him. Because if you're truly faithful, why would you try and blindside everyone with information?
Yeah.
But as our lovely friend Sam has said, if you're too loud, you're suspicious. If you're too quiet, you're suspicious. If you're not saying any names, you're suspicious. If you're giving too many names, you're suspicious. There's nothing you can do for traitors. It doesn't matter. Like, you could breathe through your nose instead of your mouth, and everyone's like, traitor!
Yeah.
Traitor. Yeah.
Which is why it's easier to just be a traitor. Like, being a faithful, you have true groups of people coming after you. You have the faithfuls who are still trying to win, and you have the traitors who are looking at you for a totally different reason. I think it's more impressive to make it to the end as a faithful because you have two camps constantly dwindling your numbers down. Even though you are part of this faithful group, they're still taking each other out once around. So, I give credit to the people that are left in the game up to this point because they haven't, and a lot of their names have been on the table, and a lot of them have played the 4 different strategies you just said of talking, not talking, throwing names out, not throwing names out. Natalie Anderson is a prime example, and her name I don't think has ever come up yet. So
no.
Not
Well,
this
I
week,
think
at least.
I still think the best faithful game has been played by our dear friend Sam, where he has said his one strategy that he used, so he never threw out any names because his
Who's
way of
Sam?
yeah, who is Sam? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, some famous singer, Sam Smith. You know,
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that
So,
one. No, I like that one. I thought you meant from like US, and I was like,
no.
what season are you talking about?
There's only
What's
one.
going on?
There's only one Sam I like, Vee, and that's our lovely
Yes.
friend Sam Smith. But what he
Yes,
said that they did throughout New Zealand, which I find so interesting, is that people would ask him, "Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is?" But he twisted the question to, "I'll tell you who I don't think it is."
Yeah.
So then you start going through the names, and then you let the other person say the name.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, I agree. So he technically never really said any names, but
clever.
he kind of did as well. Yeah. And that's why Sam is truly an icon and the best
Absolutely
to ever play. Yeah. And that's our opinion. I'm sure everyone else is like, who's Sam from New Zealand? Gosh. But we do get a great mission here though, Drew. And once again, Traitors. I don't know if it's the Traitors UK are also doing the exact same missions or not, because I know they play at the same time, but it's where you have to divide into different search parties to look for spears in the woods. Once you've found a spear, you have to kind of stab into like this giant statue screaming a name. But every time you scream a name, that person is then eligible for murder. And they've done this quite a bit throughout the season, where it's like you have to specifically put someone up for murder. Do you like this game mechanic?
Yes. Yeah, if you have to have challenges, because it pads the episode length, which you have to have an hour-long episode. At least make it so that there's some type of strategy other than just putting money in the prize pot. So, and I really liked this one mainly because of Michael, because he's just unhinged, screaming Tara's name multiple times, which is like, okay, you're targeting Tara for this. This is random. I'm happy that they've slowly changed from season 1 to now as far as what the challenges can be. And the challenges, which were my least favorite part of the episodes for the longest time, still are now, but at least I don't have to sit on my phone for it. I can actually pay attention because it's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is what I love about, especially like, because the Traitors, when you think about it, is still a new game. Like, I think the first ever season came out 2021, right? And they're still finding new ways to like make the challenges more interesting, not kind of rehashing the same ones over and over again. They find new things, even if it's kind of similar. They're finding new things to still kind of rope you in, which is quite fun to watch.
Yeah, and I agree with Drew. I know that I had a friend watch the last couple of episodes with me because I've been away, and he said, "What are they traitors of?" And I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay, well, I guess it's the idea is that they're all trying to get money, and then there are traitors that are trying to kill them." Because I was like, "Oh yeah, I never thought of it that way. Like, what is the point here?" So yeah, I guess the challenges and money, but like, we don't care about them winning money. We don't care. I don't care if Lisa Rinna wins money. I don't care. But it's good that the way they do it this way is that it gives the opportunity for people to see where the cracks are, where their loyalties lie, a chance to maybe take a shield or don't. It's working a lot better this season in terms of like the overall interest, but keeping that narrative of, oh yeah, they're all supposed to be getting money. That's the plot. Okay.
Yeah.
I forget that they're supposed to be getting money. Like it doesn't. mainly because it's not a lot. Like by the end, it's never like millions of dollars by the end of it. So unless you're playing like even Survivor now with like it's $1 million, like okay, oh boy, $1 million is still a lot, but oh boy,
Yeah.
here it's even less than that. So it really is the friends you make along the way with this type of season. Because I mean, you're gonna get what $100,000 at the end of this, and most of these people already have $100,000.
Someone like Rinna, it's a bag.
Like
You know,
the pride comes from winning.
Yeah.
Because even if you are one of 4 people that win, you're splitting $100,000, which is once again, it's like there's no. The money is not the allure of the show, so I'm glad they've kind of strayed away from. I don't even think Alan says prize pot anymore. He says prize.
Yeah, I think he does say prize. Because I noticed it's prize pot.
Does he still say prize pot? I thought he was saying something else the other day. Prize.
He said prize pot.
We're gonna have to reconvene next week because I don't think he's saying prize pot anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, we don't care. It's like Survivor. I don't care about them winning money. I want to know who wins. But I'm not like, oh, because I want her to win the money. I don't care. Win or don't.
I think it really depends because I think you get some heartfelt people like this. What made Luke so famous in Australian Survivor because he was the family man. And he's got 2 sons with autism, daughter that was cystic fibrosis. It's like this money would change his family's life, right? So you see someone like this, like, oh, I want you to get the money, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, see, V doesn't give a shit about families. Yeah, she
I don't care about people winning money. I want to see them win. I don't care if they got to the end of Survivor and said, actually, there's no money. I still would have enjoyed watching it. They're not my family. I don't care.
It's like we actually ran out of money on the budget, so like, sorry.
Yeah, Australia versus the world is like, look, guys, like we spent all of our money on George, David, Pavu, Tony, Suri. Like, it's just $1 you're getting if you win this.
But
you know? It's
what?
only 2 weeks.
I bet there would be a lot of players that would be like, that's fine. Because
returnee players, I doubt any first-time players will actually sit there and be like, what? There's no money?
But
because a lot of the returnee players are getting paid to be there.
I know, but like even newbies, it's like they're not there to win. Are they seriously there to win money, or are they there because they want to win Survivor?
They're there to win money and win Survivor. It's still $1 million. Like I get it. It's not as much as it used to be. But if you're telling me I get to go to Fiji for a month and come back with $1 million. All right.
But what if they said the prize is $20,000? Would you still be as stoked to be named sole survivor, even though it's $20,000?
I don't currently have $20,000, so
neither do I. So, can I just say, at the start of Traitors New Zealand season 1, there's a twist where you can either leave straight away and just instantly grab 10K. Or stay and play, and we literally voted that as the smartest move of the first season because a guy gapped her got 10K. No one else did. Even the winners, they had to split like 70K. So literally, the first boot got like a quarter of what the winners got.
That's I don't do Beast. I don't watch Beast games. But I know there's like every round they give money away to people if they decide to leave. It's like, okay, if I don't know what the prize is. I think it might be 5 million.
Whew.
So if you're telling me in round 2, I could leave with $100,000, I probably would just do that because it's more likely that I lose and don't get anything at the end. And you're telling me right now, all I have to do is quit. Now you give me $100,000. Sure, cool, I'm out.
Okay, so. You get onto Survivor. You're on the beach of Fiji. Jeff says, "Here's $100,000. You can go right now, Drew."
I would say yes because I don't want to be on an island with Jeff.
For me, it would be different because Survivor is like a dream. Like
see.
No, that's not. No.
Here's V trying to be like womp womps $1 million.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, grow up. It's $1 million. Get over it.
You know what? I think it stems from a thing that I don't think I could ever win any of these games. So the only thing in it for me is the enjoyment of playing.
The enjoyment of it.
So, if I went on Survivor, I'm not winning $1 million. I'm not winning anything.
But be smart about it, and you could marry the winner and then win another 2 times playing. You could win up to $2 million between the pair of you.
Well, there you go.
And then get a show to sponsor your wedding. You can do Amazing Race afterwards, and then you can do. You
could get like a statue made out of you.
You get a statue made of you.
It's all planned out.
You can do your own Traitors recap podcast. That's
you know what?
This one.
I would probably try on some sort of if I knew someone was going to win and not me, even though without the live reunion, I'd be like, do you want to marry me? That's the person I thought was going to win. Hey, you got to shoot your shot.
Yeah, you really do.
Actually, I'd probably just do it for the plot anyway. So,
anyways,
moving along.
Anyway.
But I agree, Drew. Like the highlight of the challenge for me is Tara. She stabs Michael, and then Michael's like, "What? Tara stabbed me!" So then he stabs her, and then as he's running down the hill, he's like, "Tara! Tara!" And Alan's like, "I don't think he understands. You only meant to say it the one time." And then he's like, "Tara, you get me, I get you."
He's so great. And I understand that people have their issues with him outside of the show, and whatever. I was hesitant to about him going in, and then he comes in and he says he's a super fan, and I do buy it. I just think that he's one of these super fans that feels like they can outgame the game. Like you see a lot of times with Survivor where they come in and they think, oh, I know everything, and then get voted out second. Michael's strategy, I don't think, was what he ended up doing, and somehow it helped him make it as far as he did. And like I said, it's gonna be very interesting with him not there, where the entertainment factor is going to come from at this point.
Yeah,
and I hope it's not Colton, because he needs to go a long time ago.
Well, Vee, a comparison I made during the premiere week is Michael is like Mark, but not as great as Mark from Traitors New Zealand. Would you agree with that?
I think Michael's just got to see a psychologist or a therapist or something. And look, I think honestly, it's kind of like, I think he's having a lot of fun. This is his way of having fun with it by being over dramatic and
he's the Tom Sandoval.
Yeah, I think he is. Through all the anger, he's just having a good time, and I truly believe, and look, I could take or leave Michael. I think he was good for energy, but he was a bit much. I don't think he really meant to offend Colton at that. I think he was. I don't think that thought even crossed his mind. I think he just wanted to have a scream for the theatrics of it all. But yeah, it's. I think Eric was like, you're kind of ruining the faithfuls' kind of plans anyway, and I think that was absolutely right as well. But I'll miss the screaming, I guess.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely get into all that in just a second. But Drew, I do just want to quickly explain who this Mark guy is. He was on Traitors New Zealand season 2, and lovely guy. Vee and I had the opportunity to chat with him and stuff about his game, and he was just there to just have fun, to be ballsy, be such an out there guy that a lot of people find him quite abrasive and annoying. And sometimes he'll be saying the right stuff, but just because he's the one saying it, no one trusts him. Everyone hates it and stuff. Like, for example,
he faked a limp for sympathy, didn't he?
Yeah,
he faked a limp. Yeah.
And then and something else he did, Drew, is that he took notes of people in front of them. So he'd be having a chat with you, and then he would write notes about you in front of you. So anyways,
like a detective.
Literally like detectives. And that's what happened. Right, was that he was they'd caught quite a few traitors by this point, so a recruitment was coming, And he knew he's likely to be recruited because he's the one on the bottom, the one that no one really likes. Everyone knows he's a faithful, but just a really bad faithful. And he figures out who the last traitor is. So he writes down all the evidence in his notebook, hands it off to the most influential person in the house, which is Utah. And then the twist was the last traitor got to recruit one person, but shorten it to two. So two people came there to give their pitch. And, Sweet Bailey, Love Bailey, gave a junior pitch on why she would work well with the traitor. Not Mark. Mark was like, you got to recruit me because I figured out you're the last traitor, and I wrote every little bit of evidence suggesting why and gave it to Utah. So if you don't pick me as a traitor, you will get banished at the next round table. So then the traitor picks him, and he's like, you know what? Nah. And he quits. It's like, this is how great Mark is. I absolutely adore Mark. Yeah, pure chaos. And that's where I feel like Michael was sort of, not saying he was trying to emulate Mark's game or anything, but same kind of energy. But I think Mark was at least a lot more calculated with it, whereas Michael was just like,
you're a fucking traitor, and you're a fucking traitor.
Yeah, that was such a great scene as well. But let's quickly bring back to previous episode. So it's Tiffany versus Jam Jam, pretty much, and a sprinkle of Ron in there as well. So Colton's really leading the charge of taking out Tiffany. He believes it's a gamer. And yeah, pretty much at the round table, he's pretty much got everyone rallied onto Tiffany, and he's just going at her constant. And there's quite a few like back and forths. Tiffany and Jam Jam get into a bit of an argument, and Jam Jam's like, well, I think you're a traitor. And Tiffany's like, all right, go ahead and write my name. And Jam Jam literally asks the producer, can I write her name down now? Which is so funny. And then Colton asks if Tiffany spelled with two F's. I thought that was pretty
Colton
great.
is for me. Colton is because I don't know if you guys remember how much I disliked Tom last season. Colton is
Really? You didn't like Tom?
Colton
What's wrong with Tom?
for me.
He's just trying his best.
Yeah.
Colton is the worst. He's the worst. Oh, he's. I think I don't know how I phrased it the other day, but basically it was like he's my least favorite gay Colton that's ever been on TV, which is insane because we have One World Colton, and this one is just he's so bad. And the fact that
why is he bad?
Colton is the worst. We're not going to talk about it here, but he's just shit. He's a shit human being. But even in the show, he just annoys the hell out of me. And I think that the fact that people didn't turn on him after this Tiffany vote out, like they turned on Ron after he got rid of Portia, is probably also annoying me. The fact that they're still listening to this guy and not listening to Ron is really annoying. But yeah, Colt needs to go.
Yikes.
Well, Vee, it's kind of like what I said earlier. I think the main difference between Colton and Ron is that Colton was rallying people onto Tiffany during the scramble, but Ron waited till the banishment to blindside everyone. And I think that's the main difference between their games, which is why I think Colton is like kind of getting away with it, but with Ron, he's not, because it was just so out of nowhere. And I think that's fresh in a lot of people's minds of like, why is it out of nowhere? And then even Dorinda called it out, where it's like you can literally see in all the conversations Ron is having, it's like, oh, it's probably going to get me. I'm probably going to get murdered. I'm probably going to get voted out. And then he's like, but I think you're a traitor. Well, no, I'm not a traitor. It's like, oh, of course you suspect me, because everyone does. Like, he puts on like such a victim chat, but it also accuses you and then falls back to that. Like, it's worked so far. He hasn't got him voted out yet, but yeah, I think that's the main difference.
I'm still wondering why everyone was so cold on Ron. I'm like, what's he done?
Yeah. And I know on the internet people are pulling Ron's supposed to be a comedian, but he didn't say anything funny. I'm like, okay, he's not.
Was he supposed to?
He's not supposed to be doing funny shit there. He's trying to play this game, and I think he's tired of these people at this point. I mean, you see it in the second episode. He's just like, I don't give a shit about your family. I don't care. I am here to win. I'm trying to remove all of this I think he's just done with these people, and I don't blame him because they've demonized him since the Porsche round. The fact that people are still bringing up Porsche as if that was some game-changing. Oh, I guess it was a game-changing move because there's been this ripple effect that's happened since then, and it all just everyone just keeps going back on Ron, and I really feel for him.
He's another man that loves the theatrics as well, so I don't want him to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you always have at least that one faithful that kind of gets dragged through the mud, right? It's sort of like every single season where it's like the traders can't murder them. Same thing with like Mark, right? It's like you can't murder Mark because he's the perfect shield for the traders, but there's always an underlying question, and it's just the what is like I forgot the phrase, but it's like a pile on. Where it's like people start piling on and people think like, oh, okay, well, I have to get on board with this now.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I think we've seen that in the votes. I mean, the Tiffany vote was just, there's a lot of people who changed who they were talking about just because they could see the writing on the wall and wanted to go with the majority and not stand out. And it's not a bad strategy. I think.
But yeah, I do feel really bad for Tiffany, though. Obviously, she gets banished here, and like she's saying, I know Vee doesn't give a shit about this, but she's saying that like, I really need the money because I think she's trying to like help her son get into like college and stuff, and it's that thing where it's like once one person starts crying and then more people start crying, you then start to feel really sad for this, except for Vee, obviously. She doesn't.
I didn't cry, but it was, it does sort of stand out when you've got Rinna crying about this. And again, Rinna's a millionaire. And you've got, Tiffany, who clearly actually could use the money. And that kind of sucks. And, you could do the old money goes to charity like they do in the UK, but I don't know.
Yeah, because Tiffany's just a Big Brother play. Or I guess she did play the challenge, I think once maybe. But like, even with appearance fees for that, like she's still not on the housewives level as far as money is concerned. And she's a single mother too. So like, it sucks, but like it's the same thing if you get vote. Like there've been plenty of single parents that have gotten voted out of Survivor and Big Brother as well. That it's like, that sucks, but also we're trying to win here. So like I get it. Like, I get why people would be so torn up about it. And obviously, I understand why she would be more than anyone else. But the game moves on, sadly.
Yeah, the game does move on. And something that we didn't talk about is that Money Exchange had a chat with Candace, who we haven't chatted too much about. I feel like Candace and Rob are doing a phenomenal job staying under the radar. Like even with Candace leading the conga line, I was like, oh, is this where things fall apart for Candace? But no, I feel like it just adds to her character more. People like, oh, it's just Candace, and Money Exchange tells Candace that he thinks Lisa might be a traitor. However, Candace, she does tell the other traders this, and they all understood. They're like, okay, he's probably not said this to anyone else. So let's murder him before he gets a chance to bring this other thing on, which I feel like is really smart gameplay. Because I feel like with 5D cheers, like, oh, you can't murder him because what if he said this and this and this and stuff? But sometimes just be straight up.
Just assume. And I know, what do you assume? No, just assume that he only said it to you. And if you go, because even if he went and told other people one-on-one, they like, how did Lisa find out then?
Yeah.
So I do think it was the smart move of getting rid of Monet when they did, because if they had started to get around, and that's why I'm very interested to see what happens next week, because Lisa's name is out there again, and the only difference is there were 4 other people in the room that heard it this time. So, or we just get rid of Colton.
Yeah. And what was I going to say? It was quite devastating to this Money Exchange. Like, obviously, with Peppermint, Money Exchange, Bob the drag queen. Like, we need more drag queens on the show. They keep getting taken out too early.
They need to put 3 or 4 on like the Housewives, because I love Drag Race, and it's always so exciting to see them. And yeah, I think they need to have a few more than just the one from that series.
Yeah. Now, it was quite funny because actually one of my managers actually at this intermate, she is a massive Drag Race fan. So she sees that all these drag races are going on the Traitors, and she knows I watch our podcast about it. She's always like, oh, tell me how Bob the drag queen is doing. It's like, oh, Bob just got fucked by Boston Rob. You know, it's devastating, but it's so good.
Table.
That was a
really
phenomenal round table.
Yeah.
And the summary is just put Boston Rob on every single season of every single show. You know, just be great TV nonetheless. But
God.
yeah, but I get more drag queens.
Yes.
More drag queens. And you know, I like the number of gamers only being like 5, like a couple Survivor players, a couple Big Brother, maybe a couple challenges. Otherwise, it becomes like, you know, I know Vee, you're going to hate me for saying this, but what I don't like about New Era Survivor is that it's too game heavy, too game bot. I like having characters who don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's why I love the Housewives.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I love Phaedra so much. That's why I love Candace so much and Lisa, because yeah, they're kind of just, I guess, learning to play as they go, and I think they're all doing a great job so far.
I just learned yesterday because I don't watch Love Island, so I was telling my sister loves all of that section of reality TV, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm shocked that Rob is like smart and stuff." She's like, "Why?" So because he comes from Love Island, and she's like, "You know, it's a competition show, right?" I didn't know. It's a competition show. Like, you're playing for money. There are like eliminations. I didn't know that. I thought it was
like the Bachelor kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought it was just a bunch of pretty people like licking on each other on a beach for a month, and it turns out they're like votes and things like that. So the man comes from strategy. You couldn't tell with Mora. Is her name Mora?
Yeah, Mora.
Yeah,
Mora.
She's the worst. She's the other one that is just awful and needs to go. But more for a game perspective.
I mean, and Rob's opening confessional, he said he's surprised he's not making out with anyone yet.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't do that much in his Love Island. Like he's an enigma, and I love him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's quickly talk about the next challenge, which I've been loving the challenges so far this season, guys. So players must find coins in a murky like water well, and pretty much all the coins are like a clue to where you have to find a statue. And if all the statues come back on time, everyone's immune from murder. However, at the bottom of each statue, there is a shield. And if even one person takes the shield, then everyone else is at risk of murder.
Yes.
Which, once again, finding ways to rope strategy into missions and challenges. Absolutely love this twist. How about you, Drew?
Oh, I love it. And the way they shot it, well, not even the way they shot it, because it is kind of shown the last group is the one that's dwelling over whether they take it or not. That's a fun cliffhanger to get you to come back next week. You know, it's TV production 101. You want to make sure that people keep on tuning in. Alan's not going to tell us, and they're not going to show us who this, like if they took it or not. I have a sneaking suspicion that they probably did, but we're not going to find out until then. And I think that's, once again, the show just keeps getting better as the seasons progress. And I know they're doing a non-celebrity one. I don't know if it's I don't know if that's going to be season 5 or if that's going to be its own thing. But I hope that the people that apply this time are not like the people from season 1 that are getting overly butthurt that Sari was a traitor and don't ever want to talk to her again because she. So I hope that people have grown up in the last 4 years. Doubt it, but we'll see. I love the twist, and I'm excited to see how they continue to do this with the challenges moving forward.
Yeah,
I do like that there's more opportunity for more people to have shields. I think it makes the shields more powerful, because when it's just one guy and it's not really the person they would kill anyway, it's kind of like, well, who gives a shit? So I like that it narrows down the possibilities for the traitors, and I'd like to see more opportunity for a traitor to try to murder someone with a shield and not realize they have a shield, and for more secret shields and things like that, and for the traitors to come at the breakfast and go, why are they still alive? That sort of thing. Yeah, I'd like to see more of that happen this season.
Well, I mean, I guess just to give some next week thoughts, I think this is the downfall of Colton, because we do see that Candace is trying to edge him on to take a shield. Like, come on, like, don't you really want a shield? And I think Colton takes a shield. It gets discovered at breakfast because we already see, Kristen is throwing out his name. Johnny's even like kind of mentioning his name as well. And I think the fact he took the shield is going to be the nail in this coffin that gets him floated out. That's my prediction for next week.
We can only hope.
But now I want him to stay. I mean, I like him. Like, I kind of liked him already as like an active player. But I was kind of like, if he goes, he'll be a big move. They'll be kind of excited. But now I want him to stay just to see Drew in a lot of pain. So I want Colton to win this and for Coach to win season 50.
Yeah, okay.
Then we'll never see Drew again.
We'll never see Drew again. He'll just disappear off the face of the earth.
He'll just walk into the ocean.
Yeah. But like he'll be like that guy you find on the news where he's like made like a shack in like the middle of the woods and something, just off the face of society. It's like
Drew not watching Survivor. He's just not going to watch TV.
I'm not going to watch TV
ever again.
There's no point to it. There's no point to any of it. Colton's got to go. I'm gonna keep that. That's my new thing until he's gone. Is Colton's got to go. You should see. Like, I text a lot of people during these episodes, and it's just me calling him all types of just. I just don't like this person.
Is it just because of this show, or was it prior to the show? Did you watch The Bachelor or his?
Both. We'll chat. We'll chat.
Okay.
We'll chat.
Okay.
I really hope it's like. I really hope it's something like non-serious, like he.
Yeah, I don't like.
I met him.
Like
it's like I met him in person and he knocked over like my coffee or something.
He's white. So I'm
Michael Rappaport. No, I'm kidding. No, but anyways, and anyways, like I guess now we do kind of have to talk about it, but the Colton versus Michael of it all, right? And I'll start off with I guess let's talk about the serious stuff first, and then we'll roll into I guess on the funny comments I was mentioned before the serious stuff. So obviously, during Michael's speech of calling Colton out for being a traitor, he says the exact words that no one will be better at holding a secret than you, which I do think there was a genuine slip up. Heat of the moment, he's just go, and it just shot out, right? And something that I personally think is I've seen a lot of people compare this to the Jeff Varner incident on Game Changers with Zeke.
And it's not.
And I feel like that's actually a disservice to Zeke and what he had to go through, because Colton, he was already gay. Public kind of already knew about him stuff. When I did my research on some of the players, like I saw his story about him being gay on The Bachelor and stuff, right? It's already out there. Whereas with Zeke, nobody knew he was trans, and Jeff Varner tried to use that to explain how deceitful and untrustworthy he is to everyone.
And that was Varner's. That was his whole thesis, so to speak. Like that was his whole angle. Was he is sneaky because he's trans, whereas with Michael it was just blah 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 blah. And when that comment was made, it didn't click for me until I think Colton said, "There it is," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I would have felt really bad if I'd said that." Like. Yeah, I don't think that's where Michael was going with that argument.
Yeah.
Whereas Varner was very intentional in using it against Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me feel uncomfortable because I knew exactly what the reaction was going to be. Like, should he have phrased it better? Of course. Yeah. But I was more upset because it's like, oh man, no matter what now, no matter all the bad, horrible things that Colton has done outside of the show, all of a sudden,
Gosh.
He's a victim.
now we have to empathize with this person because Michael fucked up and slipped and said something that I feel was taken out of context. And I felt bad for like Jam Jam and Johnny Weir, I guess, because you could tell that like struck a chord with him, and I get that. So I'm not taking away from them. I don't like the fact that Colton tried to turn that into I don't feel like Michael straight up said most of the time. He's like, I'm just doing this. I'm not trying to offend people. And I think he does not seem like the type of person when he says things, he doesn't seem like the type of person to apologize for them. I'll say it like that. He seems like, if I'm going to say this, I'm going to double down on it, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. And the fact that he did apologize makes me believe that he didn't actually mean it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem like the apologizing type of person. He seems like a dickhead.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like, obviously, like, it's not great what he said, right? But I feel like the best comparison that I could think of is expired milk and expired raw chicken, right? It's like both of them are bad to eat, but one is significantly worse than the other. And I feel like a lot of people trying to compare this to the Jeff Varner incident. Yeah. Like, that is the raw chicken, right? And it's like, that is really fucking horrible. And I think people are trying to relate this to that. It's like, you clearly just do not understand the meaning and impact of what Zeke had to go through with that, right? And so, I do feel like I can't wait to find out why Drew hates Colton so much after this. But like, to me, I did feel a little bit bad for Colton, but nowhere near as bad as I felt for Zeke.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's and at that moment, I thought for sure Michael was going home unanimously, and the fact that he didn't, and that it was actually that wasn't close, but it was close enough.
A chance. Yeah.
It was close enough. I'm like, good on him. And also, these people just really don't know, because they're still shocked that he's not a traitor. I know a lot of them were saying, let's just get rid of him because of whatever. They were still shocked that he wasn't. It's like, why? This man is so clearly not a traitor. He's just a shit faithful.
I still recall in the first, maybe second episode, like, people were chatting with Rob, like Rob C. And I think someone is saying that how, like, he's such a mastermind of a traitor. And Rob's like, do you really think that Michael is capable of enough of pulling this grade A type play? And they said yes. And it comes to Rob's face, and he's just like, he's just like, are you serious? But it's like he was so obviously a faithful. But it's that thing very similar with Mark from Traitors New Zealand season 2, where it's like, he's such a distracting faithful. Is it worth, because the traitors are never going to murder Michael, right? Is it worth just, I feel like how much of this was the Colton incident, and how much of this was, we just have to get rid of this guy because otherwise nothing's going to get accomplished.
Yeah, I think that was part of it.
Yeah. But gotta say, still one of the best moments. If you're a traitor and you know it, clap your hands. If you're a traitor,
he's
like it was fun.
He is, I guess, my comparison would be everyone loves Coach because he's such a great character. That's how I feel about Michael. It's like, this is such a fun character. Is he gonna win? No. But I enjoy when he is on the television for the traitors. So and I doubt that they bring him back. But I think we got our money's worth in the 5 episodes that he was there.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that Colton like stirs him up and he like walks away, and then Michael hears that Colton's still saying his name. So he just bursts into the room and be like, Colton, you're a fucking traitor! You're a fucking traitor! And then at the round table, it's like he is conniving, colluding, what's it? Commiserating Colton.
Commiserating, which is not
Yeah.
the fact that Rob called him out on that. It's like, dude, that's not the definition. You're using it wrong.
What did he think it meant? What was he trying to say? I can't remember.
Well, I think Michael's the kind of guy. He does not need a script. He thinks of it and he just goes.
He says words.
Right.
He doesn't even know what they mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, what words start with C? Okay, I've got it. And then he just went with it. Yeah, and then it's like, and he made. Yeah, I felt like he actually did make a good point with Tiffany, right? It was like, yeah, he made it seem like as if she was crazy because I felt Tiffany didn't really know how to defend herself on that. Crazy, sad, alone, angry, isolated, and pissed off. And then he goes, "Fuck you, Colton." You know, he just keeps on going. And it's like, yeah, so Colton's technically doing the same thing with Michael. And I did find that Michael had the right reads on certain things. However, just the way he said it was wrong. Like he said at the start of the season, that statistically, at least one housewife and one gamer would be a traitor. Because in the past, I've had a housewife, they've had a gamer as a traitor, got 2 groups of 5. If we just knock them all down, we would at least surely get 1, maybe 2. Like, yeah. That's what's happening now. You know, like a gamer gets murdered, housewife banished, a gamer gets, murdered, and then, Donna gets banished, a housewife then gets murdered. Like, they get knocked off already. And then, and he called out the other Rob for being a little bit sus because he's too quiet and handsome.
Yeah, well,
and in his own words, that's a problem.
Boys? Is that what he called them?
Yeah, like the buff boys, the hunkies, something like that.
Yeah. That's the only time Rob's name has ever been brought up. And I'm like, oh my God, Michael clocked that. Well, kind of clocked that one along with Steven and whoever the other one is. The fact that I remember Steven and not the other one is crazy. Probably
it might have been. Was it not Colton?
It's probably Colton. Yeah.
Colton, Rob, and Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And,
yeah.
Like, I don't see people saying Rob's name. Like, I don't know. He's so great, and I hate that I'm gushing over this man. I really do. But apparently he's smart. He knew. He knew
who to kiss and who not to kiss on Love Island.
Yeah,
exactly. He was
Clearly.
strategic about it. Look, it's like
I'll never watch Love Island, but knowing that it's a strategy type game, like a voting type game, blew my mind. It's the craziest thing I learned yesterday.
I have a friend who's like really into like Love Island and stuff, and I was thinking of maybe watching it, but then I was like, no. Like I tried watching one episode, I was like, no. Sorry. But then again, the people on that season weren't really that hot either. So it's like, maybe that's why. Then. Yeah, exactly. Like I need Shin Baddie on there to make it worth watching. So, and Varang from Avatar. Have you seen the new Avatar, Drew?
I've never watched Avatar.
Don't.
Oh my gosh, I got to tell you afterwards about Varang. I'm obsessed with her.
Don't ask about.
Anyways, Michael gets banished, and he says, "You voted out the best looking, the smartest, and the dopest faithful to ever play this game." And it's like, you know what? You are my man.
That is something you would say as you got voted out.
Yeah. Yeah, loved Michael. Obviously, that one incident with Colton and stuff, which I'm more excited to end this podcast to see what Drew has to say, honestly, than continuing it. But yeah, it's like, obviously, while the incident wasn't like great, I still loved Michael, and this might sound really bad, but I hope they keep casting characters like Michael, these like abrasive, loud people who are just willing to just play the game and have fun, right? We saw it with Tom Sandoval. Like, outside of the game, Tom Sandoval might not be the greatest person, right? There's the one thing I've constantly heard from everyone. However, him and Gabby were my favorite players, and you've got Boston Rob and Carolyn in there as well. You know, and it's like, also one thing about Gabby as well that I still love is her conversation with Jeremy, and she was like, I did the Bachelorette or the Bachelor, and Jeremy's like, oh, who's the lucky man? I'm a lesbian now.
That's an interesting link with Colton as well.
Yeah. Which I do find that pretty great as well. It's like, yeah, I did the Bachelor thing, but I'm gay.
Yeah.
And who was shot? I think was it Dorinda? It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. That was news to me as well, because I didn't know Colton very well, and it just kept saying Bachelor, and then he was like, oh, because I was gay, and I'm like, now I've got to watch that season of The Bachelor, but apparently not, according to Drew. But I think Michael. It's probably good that Michael has gone before he accidentally says something else that's horrific to someone, because he just seems like the kind of guy.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what we said. Like, he was on a roll, he was spitballing a bunch of stuff, and I think it just shot out.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think it was, as you spoke about.
Problem. It
can be a problem,
Michael. That is a problem.
But I think it still creates interesting TV moments, right? And I guess great discussions about TV, right? Because it's not like, as you said before, he's not trying to pull a Varna by trying to out Zeke as a strategy, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't calculated. It was a genuine mistake he made and stuff. And I think, sometimes you do need these people who just can't keep their mouths shut, just spitballing constantly to create the drama.
Rinna on the Housewives, which is why Colton has a bloody point. And Rinna was like the Michael of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And he made a good point. She's being awfully quiet. There's a famous scene in Housewives of Beverly Hills where she smashes a glass in a woman's face. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's really good. It's the Amsterdam dinner. It's amazing. She stands up, she smashes it and throws it. It's amazing. Anyway, so you've got that Rinna who's just sitting quietly, nicely at the round table, because I don't think she knows what to do as a traitor. And I don't think she thinks ahead. This could be her undoing. But maybe we'll have an explosive round table if she's backed into a corner. Maybe people should move their glasses away from her.
Well, I mean, we don't have much to go off, because kind of like, will they have someone to murder? Won't they have someone to murder? But I assume that both Colton and Lisa obviously still going to be there. Who comes out on top next week?
Probably Colton.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people kind of starting to assume Colton as a traitor. We see Kristen talk about it. We see Mark talk about it as well. Yeah. He's the one that's constantly going around strategizing, trying to pull in votes. Because I do think, ironically, Michael, it's like he's telling him, you should be more humble after what you did to Tiffany. You got it wrong. And, Eric, we didn't even talk about that. He heard a laugh. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be Candace's undoing. This is a laugh. But then he's like, it's Tiffany. I was like, no, Eric!
Wrong laugh.
Yeah, wrong laugh.
The way that they built it in the episode too, where it's like, I'm not gonna say right now. It's like, oh, he knows, and I can't, like, he's gonna reveal
and
it.
And it cuts to Candace.
And then we get there. It's like, it's Tiffany. I'm like, what?
No. Yeah.
I bet your music sucks. I'm just like, no, I have no idea.
Never seen him before in my life.
I'm sure he's great. It's just
that was literally a quote that Tiffany said where Eric's talking about his music background. Tiffany literally says, well, you should get another career.
Oh.
Which was pretty great. It's just like things. It's just like when Dylan Efron was talking about how Bob's an actor and would make a great traitor. And
not a very good one.
Yeah, he said just like his brother, not a good one. So great. But yeah, how about you, Drew? Who's coming out on top, Colton or Lisa?
Lisa.
We'll find out next week.
And I'll say about that.
Well, yeah, that does kind of wrap everything up on the traders. Someone who I do want to talk about that I think is playing a good game, and I think is probably in it from the long haul, is she's not the last Survivor player standing, because I forgot Jam played Survivor, but it's Natalie.
Natalie, yeah.
Natalie's doing such a great job. She's vocal, but not too vocal. Her name isn't out there. she's not even up there for murder or anything like that. I mean, to be fair, they've always had limited options. So, yeah, I think she's in it for the long haul.
And she should always just be running as well. Like when they have shots of her running, it's like Tom Cruise
It
running.
reminds me of her Edge of Extinction stay, where like she's constantly just outperforming Wonders at War, where like she's outperforming everyone on Edge of Extinction. It's like, yeah, because she does CrossFit for a living. Like
Just whenever
she's
she's being
better
athletic,
Yeah.
I'm just like, yes, go.
Yeah. And here we go. Here's the whole cast
Oh.
right here, in case you forgot any names. I do love how literally the top commentators on Carolyn Lemo is this Rappaport person, the Sandoval of the season.
No,
I'll
because
give that a lot.
Sandoval was a darling little angel.
He was. I love Tom Sandoval. But how about you, V? Who is a player that you're really liking and is expecting to make it really far?
I can't put the two together because I love Lisa. I love Rinna. I adore that woman. She's completely unhinged and amazing, but I don't think she's going to go far. Look, when you mentioned Natalie, I think she's doing really well. It's nice to see Dorinda making it further than she has.
Yeah.
In the past.
The standing ovation she got, I thought was pretty great.
Yeah, but I've got and you're right about Rob as well, actually. But I've got my eyes. Maybe Rob as a traitor and Natalie as a faithful going towards the end.
Yeah, because I feel like Jam Jam is probably gonna get sent home. Not soon, but like I feel like because if I was playing, I would think that Jam Jam was a traitor. And looking at Rob C's like exit thingy where he finds out who the traitors are, and he says like I thought for sure Jam Jam was a traitor, and that's why I was so hurt that he voted me out. Like I feel like Jam Jam is going to eventually get labeled more as a traitor, even with Michael gone, even with Tiffany gone. Like I don't see Jam Jam making it much longer.
Yeah. How was Jam Jam? Because season 44, that's one where I watched the first half, and then the merge onwards, I was like very much in and out. How was Jam Jam as play on Survivor? Was he also pretty like cutthroat and ruthless to people who he kind of should have been allies with?
It was him, Carolyn, and Carson? Cutthroat, no. Which was weird that they were like trying to portray him as like this, like he's cutting all of his people off, because like he stuck with his two until Final Four. So, but I really like Jam Jam as a player and a character on both Survivor and here. He's one of the ones that like was actively upset. I think I don't remember what challenge it was. He was actively upset that people had gone after him.
Yeah, he was up for murder. Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, he was crying on the first one. Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Why is he crying? Why is he crying?" No. So Jam Jam, I think because of how I saw him on Survivor and how I see he's playing this game, I think that's why I would think that he's a traitor, knowing full well that he's not, watching as an audience perspective. That's why he was one of the people I was convinced was a secret traitor. And so when it wasn't, it's like, oh, okay, so they're not actually doing any gamers for this, but two, wow, I was totally thrown off by literally nothing. Like Jam Jam hasn't done anything that would make me think other than he just has traitor. He just exudes traitor, and in the best way.
Well, I mean, just one player that like I feel like I need to credit more of is Candace. I think Candace is doing a fucking amazing job at being a traitor. Right? She's just being her normal self, very similar to Phaedra, just being her normal self. But I feel like obviously Phaedra kind of got undone a bit more towards the end, but I feel like with Candace is so insulated in so many different groups. My money is on her to win. Like I think Rob is also going to make it very far, but I can see maybe towards the end we haven't looked too much at Rob. Maybe him or something. He's a little bit quiet, but with Candace, she's vocal, she's out there, and she's well insulated, and I can see her like literally being there in like the top 4, top 3.
Mm.
Candy ass.
Yeah, I don't-
Candy ass. Yeah, it's weird spelling. But yeah, that does bring us to the end of our podcast. Make sure you subscribe for some cheeky naughty times. Drew, I know it's early morning for you, but what is something cheeky and or naughty you've planned for later today?
I've been watching Law and Order SVU a lot.
Oh,
I'm watching
that
a
is
lot.
cheeky and naughty.
Yeah,
That's pretty
so
naughty.
I'll probably just continue doing that.
Why would you be watching a show like that? Are you trying to see what you can get away with and what you can't get away with?
Absolutely not. It's just it's good shit. It's been on since before 2000. I think it started in 2000 maybe. Anyway, I love it. My goal at the beginning of the summer was to watch every episode before this upcoming summer. I watch the episodes out of order because you don't really need to watch them in order. I think I'm only like 100 down. There are 580 episodes. I don't think I'm going to get to that. But it's been a fun ride.
Yeah. And how about you, V? What's something cheeky and or naughty you've been up to?
Well, I've been watching the same sort of cheeky and naughty kind of show. I'm watching The Pit finally, getting into that because I've heard good things. Now we're just talking about other TV shows.
Yeah.
No, it's school holiday, so I'm slowly losing my mind. With the child home at all times, and he is bored. So that's my boring life.
Yeah, but doesn't school start back up like pretty soon?
Not next week after.
Almost there, V.
It's crawling towards the finish line.
You're almost there. Well, I guess just on the bandwagon of other TV shows, I have decided to give New Era a go. I'm watching certain seasons before season 50. I'm watching season 45, 2 episodes in.
Oh.
It fucking sucks, guys. Sorry. Two quits. The first 2 episodes. What do you mean you're super fans of the game?
That's happened before.
The first 2 episodes being quits?
Yeah, that's
the first 2 90-minute episodes and they're quits, V. The quits.
I don't know what to tell you.
Look,
I only vaguely remember it anyway.
If it's 45 minutes,
you're watching 45.
Okay, I can get away with it. But 90 is like no.
45. Okay, so 45 is 14th on my rankings. So
Okay.
I you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust me.
I better hope so, because I've watched a man not climb up a ladder, bloody, asking to get voted out, and it's just how do people like this season so much at the moment? Like I'm just really sorry. I know that D is a phenomenal winner of the show. I've heard that from so many people. So I'm excited that she's on 50 to represent New Era. I've heard great things about Emily as well. But Rocky Star. I'm really hoping it gets better. But I'm trying to be more positive about things. So far, it's been the opposite. But I'm trying to be more positive and actually give New Era a proper crack before season 50. I probably won't get through 45, 46, and 48 and 49 before 50, but I'm gonna at least try to get through 2 seasons.
Good.
And and speaking of other Survivor, we've got a very juicy promo coming out tomorrow night, V.
Yes.
Grand Survivor Redemption, they officially announced it. There will be a promo dropping tomorrow night. I believe it's like 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Australian time. So pretty much midnight once again for me. And we'll be here to do a cheeky promo reaction. Simon, Harry, Mark, and Brooke are all coming back, and a lot of very juicy new people are on the cast as well. So I'm so excited to see how this is all going to turn out. And we've got to do some season 50 content, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to rally that up. It's right there next to Australian Survivor. I'm pretty sure it's on at the exact same time, actually. So
Jeff.
It's going to be so much fun.
Will not be outshone.
Yeah, exactly. But so make sure you stay tuned for all the juicy Survivor content we're going to have coming up. Plus, Drew's going to do his 50 and 50. as well. Traitors Australia, Traitors New Zealand. So much great stuff to look forward to this year. We are 2 subscribers away from 200 subscribers. Actually, I'm pretty sure on the dot, it has been a year.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. I see I've got a message from Drew.
That's enough for now. That's not. No, that's just. Don't worry about it.
Don't bring it up in public.
That's just
this ain't the White House, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Thank you.
And it's just a message, and Drew saying, "Hurry the fuck up and end it." Or something.
No, I would just say that in the private chat.
It's probably just slamming Colton.
Yeah, probably, yeah. No, but it's. I'm pretty sure on the dot it has been a whole year since the start of this channel. And I do just want to heavily thank you guys, actually, because, I haven't been very public about it, but it was very last minute that Vee and I found out that the Nullified Take was going to be ending. And I'm so grateful for you, Vee, that we hopped on a call. We're like, fuck it, let's just do our own thing. And you, Drew, as well. I'm so grateful that you've come along with us on this journey as well. It's been a year. 198 subscribers. We've had such fucking phenomenal shows this past year. We had our first global showdown of Australian Survivor. We had the worst but the best trader in Celebrity Traitors UK, Deal or No Deal Ireland, Survivor US, Squid Game. There've been so many great shows and things we've done, and I'm so glad and honored that you guys went along here for the journey as well. And thank you to everyone who subscribed, for the people that I met at watch parties. Or I literally had someone come up to the Century Maze like last week or the week before. He was like, "Hello, Mucky Hope Productions." Like, oh shit, people know who I am. Crazy. Yeah. Well, I feel like people should recognize you guys a lot more, because you guys are the heavy lifters here. Drew, what's the time right now?
It is 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the fucking morning, and poor old Vee, it's probably getting close to midnight for you now, right?
It's 11 p.m. and I am fading fast.
Yeah, and it's 1:30 a.m. for me, so we're all struggling. But I just want to say thanks so much for all the support and all the love that everyone has given us, and thank you so much, Vee and Drew, for everything you've done for this channel and stuff as well. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor again to work with you guys, chat with you guys, getting Drew drunk on the season 50 cast reveal. It was just.
God, I was like, oh, I'm not drunk. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was that was the time.
But anyways, I've been your host, Mucky Hope. Kakita, I know everyone, and we'll catch you all literally tomorrow night for Australian Survivor Redemption, baby. Whoa! Exciting stuff. Have a good one, everyone. Ciao.